So, The Rings of Power has been officially renewed for the third season, but if we really think about it, what's the real story? Like, I'm pretty confused. Like, I waited, I'm not sure, I probably mentioned it before, but I waited to really do like a video on this until they had like the official, you know, diagnosis of the situation or official like articles about this. But originally, at the very beginning, if we think about what Bezos was committed to, he was committed to seasons. He was attempting to create his own LOTR essentially. He green-lit 5 seasons. So I'm not really surprised that they renewed for a third season, but I'm going to go ahead and go through it just to really be very thorough. So, this is an article from Variety. It's from a few days ago, February 13th. Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, renewed for season 3 at Prime Video by Jordan Moreau and or Moreau. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power has been renewed for season 3 at Amazon's Prime Video. So this renewal isn't a surprise, as season 2 ended on some major cliffhangers that seemed to tease that a third season was inevitable. No, this season wasn't a surprise because Bezos green lit 5 seasons. That's it. We're playing games when we're saying like, oh my God, it was renewed. We're playing games. The sophomore season of Lord of the Rings prequel premiered on Prime Video on August 29th and finished its run on October 3rd. It ended with Sauron, Charlie Vickers amassing an army of orcs and defeating the elves at their stronghold, Eregion. That battle, of course, was really very lackluster. There were very few elves. It just really, like, the casting, I just still am struggling with why there was so few people or really so few extras. They had money for thousands and thousands of extras, but it seemed like there were hundreds of elves versus like thousands of orcs for some strange reason. However, the elves and dwarves stand united against the Dark Lord, and they have their own powerful rings to stand against him in season 3. So that they do. Of course, the creation of the rings was not really formulaic, or not even really wasn't connected to the lore. So it was formulaic in terms of it was really connected to what they've been doing, what McKay and Payne have been doing up until now, which is sort of like doing whatever they want. But I don't know that it was really connected to the lore. And then many people say, no, it really was, because I enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, that's great. Was it really consistent with what should have been happening in this age? It's a up and down yes, or it's a no. That's really what it is. The third season is now in pre-production at its new home base, Shepperton Studios, just outside London. The new season is expected to begin shooting this spring. So the new season will shoot in spring, and then I guess we're assuming that we're going to see the new iteration coming soon, which would be probably 26, I assume. I don't know, unless they're going to like retcon some of the stuff that they've done. They're just probably going to do more stuff that many people aren't going to really like. Or some people will really, really like. But I think I'll leave it there. If you like what you heard, like, subscribe, and buy me a coffee. Check out some of the other videos. Tap right here. Later. So, if you made it this far, here's your bonus. So, I wanted to just reiterate this whole original idea from 2022 regarding their plans for Rings of Power. So this is from a sci-fi article written by Josh Weiss. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just wanted to read an excerpt. So, by the time Rings of Power reaches the end of its planned 5-season run, the most expensive television show in the history of the medium will have crossed $1 billion in production spending. Planned for 5 years, $1 billion in spending. The rights, I believe that they did get $250 million for the rights they got.